Well then. Hello, the internet. Ah yes, we're in Tilda's. Right, I literally saved where we were standing. That's convenient. Okay. What the fuck is this?
What was all this for? Some kind of survival bunker? What is this?
This looks like
just a few favorites
art
from my
gallery.
collection. Rescued and stored here just before I went off-world. Take a look, if you like. I'm curious to hear your impressions.
My friend is dead. Beta and Gaia are gone, and you want me to look at old paintings?
Don't be so quick to dismiss the comfort we can find in art, or the insight we might gain.
Okay.
My favorite pairing on the left is Woman Reading a Letter by Vermeer, a true master. And on the right is a forgery, Woman Reading Music, which fooled experts into believing it was a priceless original. Early in my career, I became fascinated with such deceptions. Eventually, I developed scanning software that could detect fakes with unparalleled accuracy.
Is that how you made enough money to buy your way onto the Odyssey?
Oh no. I made my real fortune later.
Can't examine the statues though.
Selene and Endymion. She's the goddess of the moon, whereas he's a simple shepherd. Beside her is the god of love, Cupid.
So she's sneaking up on him?
More like visiting him in secret. The torch that Cupid bears represents Selene's undying infatuation with him. Though the two must remain apart, her love will forever burn. This is Rembrandt painting Jeremiah, a man in mourning.
Mourning what?
His home,
Everything.
the ancient city of Jerusalem. He foresaw its impending doom, but could do nothing to prevent it. So instead, he saved its treasures from destruction, just as I saved these works. You could say we're kindred spirits.
How did you preserve this stuff anyway? Were these
The
always
portrait of
here,
the
or did
painter,
she
Rembrandt's
bring
son,
them back?
Titus, depicted in the habit of a monk.
I don't get it. Why would someone like you, with infinite resources, care about this painting of a boy in a hood?
It's not the image itself, but the feeling it conveys. The face is bright and defined, but his eyes are downcast, heavy with misfortune. And the background seems to swallow all light. The painting is infused with a sense of loss.
I guess I understand how the painter feels.
That's an effect that they did on God of War Ragnarok when Brock died. They darkened the background. Very, very clever technique.
Rembrandt's The Night Watch, by far the most famous.
And they did it a couple of other
painting
times as well
my
during like
ever
really emotional
produced.
moments.
It was commissioned to honor a militia made up of influential citizens.
I guess you must have been an influential citizen.
In my day. But not as influential as you've been in this new world. The Gust, by Willem van de Velde, the most famous of his many maritime paintings.
A ship crossing into the unknown. I guess you're familiar with that.
Indeed, which is why I appreciate this composition in particular. Though waves and wind threaten to destroy the ship, it perseveres, clinging to the light even as darkness closes in all around it. Stunning, isn't it?
I don't know what it is.
Paintings weren't the only masterpieces of my people's golden age. This is Von Vianen's leaded ewer, molded from a single sheet of silver.
What was it for?
How like Elizabeth you are. Function over form. Its practical purpose was less important than its meaning. Von Vianen created it in honor of his late brother, who himself was a famous silversmith.
A memorial.
Yes. Such beauty from sorrow.
She's pulling out her own hair. Madness out of grief. It's hard to watch her suffer.
Why is it muffled?
Weight on his shoulders.
Imagine being so rich you have your own art gallery. Get my stupid face out of the way. I tried to add a noise gate to my microphone so I wouldn't pick up any background noise, but it doesn't seem to have worked, so I just got rid of it in case it's causing issues.
There you are. Feeling better?
How did you find us? At the cauldron? And what did you do to everyone right before I passed out?
All business, I see. Well, suffice it to say we were keeping a very close eye on Hephaestus, knowing we would need it at some point. Your ruse didn't fool us, and as for my little trick, it was an overload of the senses, accompanied by an energy discharge. Gerard and Eric were only momentarily disoriented due to their shields, but it rendered you unconscious while I got you out. Perhaps some breakfast might steady you a bit?
This was your house. The one you recreated for Beta, in the data channel you shared.
How perceptive of you. Please, this way.
After everything your people have done, you think I'm just gonna sit down and have a chat with you?
They're not my people. They never were, and especially not now.
But you're shiny like they are.
Into space with them. And live with them for 1,000 years before coming back. So what made you suddenly turn on them?
Quite simply, this.
My old focus. You repaired it? But that means you've seen
Incredible things. What you've accomplished in 2 decades of life. A 1,000 years at my back and I haven't even come close. I'm sorry if I invaded your privacy, but I had to. In order to understand. To be enlightened. You truly are Elizabeth's blood. With her drive, her sense of mission, her integrity. Watching all this shamed me for the company that I've kept. Having seen it, all I want is to help you.
even if it means stopping your friends.
Especially so. Please, sit down.
I guess she was quite close to Elizabeth, so seeing all that, it makes sense that she would
There.
get nostalgic.
That's better. Now, we must recover Beta and Gaia at all costs. By now, you must know that Gerard intends to use Gaia to reboot the Earth's biosphere. remaking this world to specifications that would only suit us immortals. This process will kill every living thing on the planet. He calls it a clean install.
Not if I stop him first.
Not if we do. And once he and the others are gone, we can work together to fulfill Elizabeth's dream. I'm sure Beta told you that there's a build of the Apollo database on board our ship. A complete collection of human knowledge. With that and Gaia, we could do everything Elizabeth wanted. Heal the biosphere, educate the people of this world, uplift them. Create the world she imagined.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. From what I've seen, your friends are invincible.
I do wish you would stop calling them my friends. And they're not invincible. In fact, a friend of yours has found a way to defeat them.
Silence.
Oh, he's been a busy bee.
Oh yeah, we haven't heard from him in
Army
ages.
Powerful enough to crash through Gerard's precious base.
Yeah. Regala and her rebels.
Even now she's preparing a final march on the Tenakth capital. When she wins, she'll have the entire tribe under her control. Hundreds of warriors and machines to throw at the base. She's been duped. They'll all perish, of course. But it should be enough to break Gerard's defenses and allow Silence to kill him. Along with all the others.
Using the new weapon he's developed.
Yes, he's found a way to circumvent our shields. Truly an exceptional man. He's planned for everything. Except you and me. You see, while his army is battering down Gerard's doors, you and I will sneak in through a back way. One that only I know about. While Silence and my friends are busy battling each other, we'll take back Beta and Gaia. I told you I want to help you. I mean it.
Something seems fishy.
You said Beta is not in urgent danger, so what are the Zeniths doing to her?
Putting her to work. Merging Hephaestus with Gaia. A difficult, time-consuming task, as I'm sure you know. They will compel her if need be. But her life is not in danger. She's the only one who can do it.
Because you people made her to be nothing but a tool.
Gerard's idea, not mine. They always viewed me with suspicion when I attempted any form of kindness towards her. That's why I created the data channel. A virtual place where we could speak in peace.
So this channel you shared with Beta, none of the other Zeniths ever found out about it.
Gerard believes he's the most cunning of all of us. Even after 1,000 years, he still can't imagine that I would outwit him. The channel allowed me to interact with Beta away from their mistrustful eyes. It offered us a chance to be ourselves.
Until you cut off all contact.
Yes, though it pained me. I was worried that our meetings would do her more harm than good.
She felt like you tossed her aside.
I was afraid the others would find out and punish her. She may not have had the comforts of friendship anymore, but at least I ensured she was safe. I know it seems harsh, but you must believe that her well-being has always been paramount to me.
Why did you make the data channel look like this place?
I built this house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place. Not just for me, but for the art stored below. Cultural artifacts of incalculable value. Truly some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing was so cold and technical. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rembrandt, it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific and technical data being drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this house with her. She needed its shelter even more than I did.
Beta told me your colony was destroyed. That you came back to Earth because you had nowhere else to go.
It's true. After we reached our destination, a planet in the Sirius star system, we spent decades building a new home. The physical constraints of Earth, the boundaries of mortality, gone. To think of what we could have done with it. It might have been a utopia. Instead, we stagnated, absorbed in effortless comforts and virtual realities. It took a cataclysm to finally yank us out of our stupor.
What happened?
So you basically learned
Massive
nothing.
Geological event. We knew of instabilities in the planet core, but we underestimated them. By the time the collapse was upon us, it was too late to stop it. Only a few of us made it to the ship in time. We set course for Earth, the only safe harbor left to us.
Which you decided to make unsafe for anyone else.
Not me. Gerard. He believes it's better to wipe the canvas clean than work around the smudges. No more primitive tribes, no more combat machines, only a blank slate to do with as he pleases. But we will stop him. All we have to do is get into that base.
To be fair, the machines thing isn't a bad idea.
What exactly is your plan to sneak into the base?
We will make use of a lesson I learned from an early age. Always know your exits. In this case, a place where Gerard's new construction meets the ancient foundation, a passage that only I can access. When Silence flings his army at the base, we will enter through this back door, bypassing most of the fighting. The distraction will provide us with a window in which to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Once we're inside the base, where will we find Beta and Gaia?
Here in the command center. By then, Gaia will have been reunited with all of its subordinate functions, including Hephaestus.
What about the alpha build of Apollo on your ship?
A simple matter of recovery once the others have been dealt with. With that in hand, we'll have everything we need to make this world as it should be.
So you knew Elizabeth. What was she like?
Liz was everything
Liz.
she was. I see in you. And more. Your ingenuity, your determination, your moral compass. You've managed to distill her greatest qualities and make them your own.
I'm not asking about me. Tell me about Elizabeth. What was she
But you're
really like?
kind of the same person.
The honest answer is that I don't actually know. For all the time that I spent with her, she always kept a part of herself locked away. It was like that from the moment we met.
So when you met Elizabeth, she was what? Distant? Aloof?
Not aloof. Not exactly. It was a summit in Paris about machine learning, a touchy subject in those days, because regulatory authorities were just starting to clamp down on AIs. Liz gave the keynote address. She had already achieved great renown for her work in automated environmental reclamation. But in her address, she was just starting to imagine the next step. An AI-driven system that wouldn't just act on its programming, but actually take responsibility for its sphere of influence.
To care about life. Not just follow orders.
Revolutionary stuff. I was fascinated. And I wanted to meet her for a long time.
Is that what
I
became
watched
Gaia?
her after her talk. She had spoken with such moral authority, such empathy. But after that, she retreated. I could tell she felt uncomfortable with all of her admirers. It was as if giving the talk had cost her something. I didn't want to be a pest, so I planned my approach carefully.
So how did you finally approach Elizabeth after her talk?
I picked the right moment. The morning of the next day, right as she came back to the conference, she had just had her coffee. She was fresh, rested. It was like she had braced herself for the onslaught of colleagues. I asked if I could walk with her, then put forth a question about her talk that I thought was intelligent. Her answer made me realize it wasn't, but she was very welcoming. Almost as if we were previously acquainted. It was only halfway through the conversation that I realized she knew exactly who I was. It was quite a shock to me.
Well, you were
My
probably
business
famous
was
by then.
trafficking in secrets, and I took great pains to protect my anonymity. So that was Liz, perpetually one step ahead. I came to view our meeting as a metaphor for our friendship. She always seemed to know me far better than I knew her.
I guess I know the feeling. My old focus. How did you find it, let alone repair it?
When we encountered you at the Hades Proving Lab, Gerard saw you as a redundancy.
He's
I
such a
knew
pleasant
better.
fella.
You were a revelation. After your dramatic escape, bravo, by the way. Gerard and Eric assumed you were dead and gave up the hunt. I wasn't so sure. When the others were busy, I returned to the lab and searched for any trace of you. That's when I found this little treasure. Not easy to repair, but certainly worth the effort. As I watched your life unfold, you were like a splash of color on a worn canvas. What
You
Liz
really
was
like your
and
art
more.
metaphors.
Did you show it to the others?
Of course not. It was your actions that inspired me to defy them. It's worth noting that if I hadn't found it and watched its contents, I wouldn't have known to save you at the cauldron. You'd be dead,
So I should be grateful.
if you like.
So you know all about me. What about you?
What would you like to know?
Well, start with your life on Earth.
When I was 8, terrorists flooded my home city. Thousands drowned, my parents included. I was one of the few who survived. My guardian sent me to boarding school. Among my peers, I was the strange girl, the orphan to be avoided. All because of circumstances beyond my control.
Oh. So we're a lot alike, huh?
Aren't we? You were an outcast. But you didn't let that stop you from getting what you needed. Neither did I. I climbed my way out of desolation and used my wits to build a fortune. First, from the technical analysis of art and the detection of forgeries. Profitable expertise in those days. But as it turned out, the software I developed was even more useful for counterintelligence.
Oh, of course.
From there, it was only a short step to gathering extremely valuable intelligence on my own.
You were a spy?
More like a service one could turn to for information. I had to remain anonymous, of course, to protect my privacy. But despite that anonymity, Far Zenith inevitably sought me out.
What happened when Far Zenith approached you?
They painted an irresistible vision of humanity's future. One where we need not fear illness or death, where we explored the furthest reaches of the stars and thrived. It was only later that I realized that they only intended to bequeath this future to the rich and powerful. By the time I finally figured it out, the walls were closing in, Pharaoh's machines were devouring the earth. So I accepted Far Zenith's invitation to a berth on the Odyssey. I wanted Liz to come, but she had nobler plans, as you well know.
Yes, I believe I found your last conversation.
So you didn't know the other Zeniths were monsters until it was too late?
I knew some of them were. Certainly. It wasn't until we were off-planet that I understood the true scope of their greed.
Not very good at information,
I was
then, are you?
grateful to simply be alive, but the others became obsessed with a kind of effortless immortality. They built a colony where machines serviced their every need, where any memory or fantasy could be endlessly savored in virtual reality. It wasn't life. It was stultifying, a pampered dream state. As the decades passed, I withdrew more and more, alone yet again, but this time with eons to consider my mistakes. Now finally, having met you, I feel like I have a second chance.
To do what?
Help you, of course. To fulfill Liz's dream, which isn't so different from Farzenith's original vision. A better future for humanity.
So at what point in their dream state did they send the signal?
How do you know about Silence's plan?
He isn't the only one adept at spyware.
You hacked his focus?
No, he's too careful for that. But his subordinates? Not so much. He gave additional focuses to the tribals he branded the Sons of Prometheus.
The ones working with Regala.
By tapping their focuses, I learned about most of his dealings. The distribution of override technology, the arming of Tanakh rebels, and the secret pact with Regala to attack Gerard's base.
But how did he come up with a weapon that can take down your shields?
That's the one thing I haven't been able to figure out, but however he did it, I'm quite certain it will work.
It worked already, they killed one.
With it and the Tanakh army, victory seems to be within his grasp. Such a shame he'll be disappointed.
Regala's only interested in killing Hikaru and waging war on the Karja. What does she have to gain by attacking Zeniths?
It's the price she must pay for her war. Without the ability to override machines, her little rebellion would have languished in the desert.
So she trades with the Sons of Prometheus. Machines to help her overthrow Hikaru.
In exchange for an assault on the base. Pride has deluded her into thinking she can actually survive such a battle. And all without ever knowing who the Sons of Prometheus really answer to. Yet for all of Silence's brilliance, still he underestimates you. That blind spot is what will allow us to take Beta and Gaia right out from under him.
While hundreds of Tanakh are cut down outside.
It doesn't sound great.
First Faro. Now Hikaru and the Tanakh. Your plan would wipe out an entire tribe. There has to be another way.
We are in an admittedly desperate situation, but I assure you there isn't. Remember Zero Dawn. Elizabeth's sacrifice. Sometimes many have to die for a new world to grow.
That's such a
Looks impossible. Look deep.
far zenith way of thinking, though.
Wait. The data channel. It still exists, doesn't it? I need you to open it. Let me talk to Beta.
Impossible. We might be detected.
It's worth the risk. There is another way, one where the Tanakh survive.
But we won't. If the others...
If you want to help, open it.
I don't know that I like that. It's very disorienting.
What are they doing to her?
Virtual reality dissociation. The manual merge of Hephaestus will take hours upon hours of tedious micromanagement. If she resists the work, they run simulations to induce feelings of isolation and despair.
Something she was already feeling pretty hard.
Beta, can you hear me?
You're alive. They're watching me. I can't hold up this extra protection for long. You should have killed me.
No. No, look at me. I'm coming for you. I promise. Okay? I just need you to hold out a little while longer and work on the merge.
Then I think it can be done.
Ooh, secret plan.
I'll contact again when it's time. Can you hold on?
As long as I know you're coming for me, I can endure anything.
My dumbass would have tried to open the door.
All right. I did as you asked. Now I think you need to tell me what you're planning.
I'm going to take Silent's army away. I don't need it. Only the weapon he made to penetrate your shields.
And how do you propose to get it? Ask him nicely?
Yeah.
Without Regala and her rebels, he won't have a choice. We'll be his only option.
Only option for what? What did you tell her?
That is between me and my sister. Will be Silent's only option for crashing that base. I'll tell you the rest later.
Maybe.
First, there are a couple of things I have to do.
Oh. And what are those?
Side
Lay my
quests.
friend to rest. And then I'm going to use the override that Beta gave me at Gemini to put an end to Regala's rebellion. From the air.
Wait. Since you insist on doing things your way, I know of something that will truly help you make a grand entrance with the Tenat. The ancient Horus Titans still possess electromagnetic energy cells as part of their arsenal. Drop one of those on Regala's army and they'll receive quite a surprise. So go, do what you must. I'll come to your base if you manage to bring Silence to the table.
Not if. When.
Well, guess now we know where Beta gets her positivity from.
Erend, are you there?
Aloy! Aloy, is that really you?
Yeah, it's me. Where's everyone else?
We're all... we're back at base. What happened?
It might be easier to explain in person. I'll try to join you there when I can.
Okay. We'll wait here for you. It's good to hear your voice, Aloy.
Can I have this apple? Oh, we are, like, down here. Okay. I said, didn't I, that this place looks like it would be important for something. When we, got to it before. Data point there. Is this like a swimming pool or a waterfall or... What the fuck is the purpose of this?
Just to let you know, I'm now patched into your focus network.
Oh,
Great.
wonderful.
I take it the other Zeniths can't hear us?
It's like having another silence.
Of course not. And they don't know about your base either, in case you were wondering. I've sent you data on the Horus energy cells you can use against Regala's forces. Reach out to me when you're ready to acquire one.
Understood.
Horus energy cells. Aloy. All Phasbor 7 Horus combat platforms included EMP cells as part of their arsenals. Excuse me, acquiring and deploying one shouldn't be difficult, but we'll get to that in a moment. The bigger issue is activation. Barring extraordinary circumstances, such as interference from Hades as you experienced last year, all Horus munitions are inert, deactivated by Minerva's decryption regime during the 21st and 22nd centuries. To render these EMPs operational, we will have to skirt those efforts. I've devised a way to do so without causing unwanted repercussions. Hi, Adrian. Repercussions. A bespoke code signal that should enable all and only such devices in the vicinity. I've transferred it to your focus. All you have to do now is send it out. A Zero Dawn communications relay should do the trick. I believe you refer to them as toolnecks. I've chosen one for you that is centrally located, now marked on your HUD. Simply override it as you normally would, and my signal will automatically transmit every EMP on every Horus within a 500 kilometer radius should come online. On to acquisition and deployment. Horus units manufactured EMPs in their fabrication bays, then subsequently loaded them onto their multi-purpose appendages, or tentacles if you like. Because the cells were designed to be detachable, enabling them to be fired or thrown at enemy forces, their fittings should be quite light. The only way to attain them will be through the air, but it sounds like you already have that covered. When you reach one, it should come loose with a hardy yank, rust or corrosion notwithstanding. There is no need to prime the cell as they are designed to trigger on impact. Once you have one, all you need to do is drop it on the target area. I'm sure Regala and her minions will enjoy the experience. All the best, Tilda. Cool. Did I enjoy the art? I think it was interesting that it's all still there, really. Sterling Malkeet's ESIT Enigma. Data corrupted all the markings of the next big thing. A much ballyhooed acquisition from an art historian turned technologist, no less. Bleeding edge science and a great narrative to boot. The application was called YCITT after young Christ in the Temple, a well-known Vermeer forgery, by creating perfect holographic scans of individual layers of a painting and comparing them to a vast library of artistic works. It was able to identify fakes with an unprecedented level of accuracy. But it was clear to Sterling executives that the program's ability to match and identify patterns had broad applications outside of the art world. As a tool for security, counter-surveillance, or digital authentication, it could prove just as revolutionary as it had in its intended role, which is why they were willing to sign a 9-figure agreement for it, blasting news of the deal to every outlet in the tech media. Aren't they cold, Aloy, a true art connoisseur? Why do you care about some boy in a hood? 2 years later, the project collapsed in a chaotic jumble of lawsuits, recriminations, and accusations of sabotage. So what went wrong? Who was responsible? And most importantly, what happened to the underlying technology, which by all accounts was far more powerful than the vaporware label applied by disgraced executives data corrupted? That's the art gallery. Oh, this is her car? It's a piece of shit. You think some rich woman would have a better looking car? You know, should keep it clean or something. The dev studio is Dutch. Yeah. Have I been to this house before? No. I got kind of near it and then I thought it looked important, so I left. Retrospective, Rotterdam 2033. News item. Data corrupted cyber attack by far-right anti-migrant group Purity Action Europe reversed key instructions to the city's new storm surge barriers, rendering them fully open during a massive extratropical cyclone. The resulting flood cascaded through the city in a matter of minutes, effectively wiping it from the face of the earth. I was one of the lucky ones, recalls survivor Tilda Vandermeer, who was 8 at the time of the attack. My family was wealthy. We had a watertight vault for some of our most precious belongings. My father locked me inside when he went to look for my mother, so I waited there, in silence, as the waters rose, praying every moment that my parents would return. They never did. As horrible as that sounds, Tilda was lucky indeed. In addition to her parents, the flood killed more than 100,000 people, including approximately 40,000 climate refugees from Data Corrupted. And I'm sure she inherited lots of money, making her and I exactly the same. Fucking stupid mentality. Yeah, you and I are similar because we were both outcasts who came from nothing. You didn't come from nothing. You came from wealth. This is why I don't trust her. Because people like that, people that are like, oh, we're practically the same, even though they come from wealth and like influence and having life fucking handed to them on a silver spoon, always betray you. Trying to figure out how to get that metal flower. Oh, for goodness sake, get off the wall. Pause. That was not intentional. because I'm too close to it. Aha, I see. I think that's everything in this area worth finding. Back to the base. I have a lot of skill points. Still don't really know what to do with them. Yeah. Probably not going to use it. Right. Ooh. Don't feel like I override enough machines for that to be useful. That screech is so horrifying. At some point, sure. I don't know why the game told me to go through these trees.
Those two men have been trying to collect this stuff in the machine's heart.
We can't stop here, this is bear country. I would even kill that bear if it wasn't for the watchers around. I just don't have the inclination to kill them. How about you?
What do we do here?
Unless of course you are Apex, and in which case I'm probably not going to... You look Apex. Yeah, I'm gonna give that a no. Wish it was a Dread Wing, it would have made the better joke. This here is bear country. Could you fucking go? I don't think I've actually seen any Dreadwing sites. In France they call Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas Parano. Just because paranoia. Because the French language is strange. What does that have to do with loathing, anyway? It's like my favourite emotion. In Poland you have a long and proud tradition of weird-ass movie title translations. Of like, famous English movies, or American movies. Do you have an example? Do you actually have a rumour this time, or...
Champion, won't you sit for a moment?
Oh.
I spotted a crew of Austrians setting up camp southwest. They're lucky Chief Hikaru tolerates Easterners. Otherwise, they'd be dead meat.
I'm sure they don't mean any harm.
There's another one? No, I've done that one. Thanks
Talk to them when I get a chance.
for your pointless rumour.
Figure out what they're doing out there. Machine saw me.
That's a good point, actually. I need to, at some point, I don't even remember where I'm supposed to go for it. Oh, there. Okay. At some point I need to go back that way. Die Hard becomes glass trapped? Why? Reality Bites became orbiting without sugar? Neither of those make sense. Guess it's a pun. Orbit is sugar-free gum. Yeah, but I don't think Orbit gum was around back in 1994, right? It existed in 1899, was relaunched in the US in 2001. Right. Still a very weird name. Orbiting without sugar. Dirty Dancing became Spinning Sex. That's accurate. Fucking hell, I just killed... Oh, Christ, I just killed like 4 things. The Terminator became Electronic Killer. That's a very dull name. That doesn't have nearly quite the same bite as the Terminator. Despicable Me went all over the place with titles. The first one became How to Steal the Moon. Makes sense. So they couldn't reuse it for the sequels. I think I've only ever seen the first one, so I don't know what the others are about, but surely they could have just named them after the plot of each one. Like, How to Steal the Moon is the plot of the first one. Oh, shit, everyone's sad. Sad moment.
When you're wounded, you have to strike back. Draw blood.
Hey! Can't I get 1 damn minute to mourn my friend?
Regala is going to slaughter my tribe to overthrow Hikaru. The Zeniths have Beta and Gaia. We can't sit around wallowing in our losses.
Katalo's right. We must fight.
Alright, so what are we gonna do, huh? Take on all of Regala's rebels?
Not to mention the Zeniths. What can we even do? Throw ourselves at their base?
Something like that. So,
After we lost contact with you, we regrouped and went to Gemini. What happened? The recording we found on Varl's focus cut off when that Zenith Eric...
The Zeniths were tracking Hephaestus. When Gaia trapped it in Gemini, they knew where we were. After Varl tried to stop them, they took Beta and Gaia. I only survived because one of the Zeniths turned against the others to save me.
One of them? Well... at least we didn't lose you too. So what do we do now?
We're going to defeat the Zeniths and get Beta and Gaia back. But first, we're going to stop Regala.
How?
Back in Gemini, Beta gave me a gift. There's something I need to do first to make it work, but it could put an end to the bloodshed.
Word is, Regala's readying her army for an all-out assault on the Grove. I need to be there.
I know. Go. Stand with Akaro. And keep an eye on the sky.
Strike true as the 10.
Oh, you have no idea.
The rest of you, whatever preparations you need to make, upgrades, resupplies, get on it. It won't be long before we take the fight to the Zeniths.
We'll be ready, Aloy. And when you're ready, meet me outside the east exit. I'd like to have a word in private.
Even when things are darkest,
That word is going to be
you're
sad.
the flame that lights the way forward.
Just tell me one thing. Am I gonna get to smash up a bunch of Zenith bastards?
We all are.
Good.
Before I do anything else, I should check on Zoe.
Some very
Sounded
interesting
important.
messages in my chat before we do anything else. Number 2, the minions are making mischief. 3 is Gru, Drew, and the minions. That's a nice name for a movie. That rolls off the tongue nicely. Number 4, Gru and the minions undercover. So did they just? I guess they're starting to just go with Gru and the minions. Your mum's new boyfriend became the Central Bureau of Seduction. Is that a movie title, or did you just like tell me a part of your life? It's a movie. I don't like to assume.
I thought you were gonna go fight some Tanakh.
I wanted to check in with you first.
Yeah, don't worry about me. I'm just, picking up the pieces like everyone else. I'll be there when you need me.
I never doubted that.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're back.
So am I. I know you hate waiting, but you'll have to stay back here a little longer.
Well, you go do what you gotta do, but are you okay? It's not just Varl we lost. Beta's gone. I almost lost it when I realized my sister had been taken by Dervahl back in the Sundom.
I'm getting her back. That's all that matters.
Understood.
I assumed your mother's boyfriend became a building. I assumed your mother's boyfriend became like an organization.
Do you think Zoe will be okay?
I don't think anyone's ever okay.
A very
She's the
interesting
one they love.
organization.
I can't tell you she's handling it better than I ever did. That keeps the rest of us level-headed.
Let's play Strike.
I need to get going.
You better get there before Katalo tries to take on Regala's entire army by himself.
Oh yeah, he's not here
Do
to
me a
talk to.
favor. Don't go disappearing on us again.
No promises.
Fast.
So Zoe's not here. Katala's not here. It's just you then. Beta's gone as well. Oh, elite traps. Beautiful.
For when I need it.
Not that I really use traps.
It's all going to be okay. We can't give up now.
You look busy.
My studies are a good distraction. Especially after Cauldron Gemini. Varl, Beta, Gaia, gone. And that's just the beginning. The Zeniths want to rob us of our future too.
We won't let that happen.
You think Let's Play Strike option would let me finish Varl's last game? What do you mean Varl's last? Oh, as in like the last game he was playing with
She was the one who
Eren?
rescued me.
Did she say why?
She knew Elizabeth Sobek. Seems to think helping me is honoring her in some way. She was willing to share information on both Silence's plans and the other Zeniths.
But you still don't trust her. Where I come from, the more valuable the knowledge shared, the higher the price extracted.
Before
I'd
he
be
was
careful
killed.
if I were you,
Is that actually a thing?
Aloy.
I'll check.
So, all of the tribes here are new to you?
Yes, I've been studying up on them. The most fascinating one thus far has been the Tenakth, an entire culture based on the holograms of an ancient museum. There's much they've misinterpreted, not unlike the Quen. But still, there's a nobility to what they've become. They're honorable and fearless.
And deadly. How are you holding up?
Varl's loss is heavy on everyone's mind. I didn't know him well, but I can see how much he meant to the others. Zoe and Aaron seem to have taken to it the hardest, but I don't quite know what to say to them.
They need time to sort through it.
And what about you? Will time heal your wounds?
I don't know. I try not to think about it. Seems like everyone's ready to take the fight to the enemy.
Kotallo more than
A little
most.
bit too eager, I think.
If I were this Regala, I wouldn't want to cross him on the battlefield.
Regala still has a lot of machines on her side.
That's where you come in, I suspect.
If my plan works. I should get going. Be ready to go on my signal, okay?
I won't let you down.
I know.
Hey,
You in the middle of a game?
Varl and I were playing
Oh,
before you got
no.
with Gemini.
Oh,
We said we'd pick up where we left off once we were back here, but
that's really sad.
you think you want to finish the game? I don't think I can just put it away, you know? I mean, if you have the time.
Yeah, but before I do, let me just go and cry loudly into a pillow. Because that's really depressing.
Here goes nothing.
I'm not sad, you're sad.
Okay, I can do this. Let's see what you got. Time to make a move.
Nah, you coward.
You're up. Should have seen that one coming.
Yep.
That one's a goner. Let's see. And it's out. There
Jesus.
it goes. Off the board they go. I'm done.
I can't attack it. Didn't know this was a Glenhawk.
My turn. And they're gone.
Oh, fuck off,
All
dude.
yours.
There we go, I win.
I think Varl would have appreciated the win. Thanks for doing this with me.
I'm gonna go cry.
Guess we're done playing.
I should head out.
Why are
Show
there
those
onions in
Tanakh
here?
what you're made of.
Is there any dialogue or anything if I go into the Gaia room?
It feels
Mother?
empty in here without Gaia.
Where's my mother? Alright, let's go talk to Zoe. Oh wait, let's go to Aloy's room. See if there's anything new in there. Yeah.
When it looks impossible, look deeper. And then fight like you can win. I will, Rost. Now and always.
Time for a sad conversation with Zoe.
Over here, Aloy. We would come out here to tend to the garden. Sometimes I needed fresh air. Other times we would simply sit and watch the sunrise. So when we returned from Gemini, it seemed fitting that he be laid to rest here. Now he can always look out at Plain Song and further east to the Nora Sacred Lands.
He would have liked that.
He often spoke of his sister, Vala. He said she used to gather her favorite golden blooms and tie them to her spear. Their mother called it useless, but Vala was stubborn.
Yeah, she seemed like that.
It wasn't easy. But I tracked down the flower. Gathered its seeds. As verdant leaves wither, roots rot in snow, still the sea rises as certain as stone. From death follows new life. So it is with the land. And so it is with us. I'm with child, Aloy. I was going to tell him when he got back from Gemini. Instead, one day, I'll bring our child here. We'll sit among the blooms and watch the sunrise.
I never got to tell him. To thank him. For saving my life, sure, but also for not giving up on me.
He always knew.
Goodbye, Varl. I promise to look after them. I'll try to visit again when I can. But for now, I need to go to the fabrication terminal to install the new override on my spear. Then I'll use it on a sunwing and get ready for an entrance Regala will never forget.
That was very sad. Very, very sad.
My fingers feel stiff in this cold.
Very nice as well. I thought, you know, I'm not a huge fan of Zoe. I thought it was all going to be like Utaru traditions and blah, 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 blah. I liked the story about the flowers, and I liked that she mentioned that he could look further to the Nora Sacred Lands. It was very sad. And of course she's pregnant. I wonder whose it is. I mean, Vala's obviously the father. I wonder who the mother is.
I'm gonna clean my gear later. I can do yours if you want.
I cleaned it already.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Let the man clean your gear. Really hoping that Val's mother will return in Horizon 3 and react to the news. Yeah, there is that, because we won't be going back to the Sacred Lands, will we?
Here while I go help Hikaru?
So
Stopping Regala's war. It'll help
we
us
have
take
to
the
see
fight
her
to the
thoughts on the
Zeniths.
whole thing.
Yes.
Then I'll make sure the rest of us are ready.
She's lost
with
both
my
of her
work.
children.
Okay. I know we both want to make the Zeniths pay for what they've done, but once we infiltrate their base, our priority will be to get Gaia and Beta out of there.
Don't worry. I won't go seeking revenge like some blood-crazed Tenakth. Wherever your arrow strikes, mine will follow.
Let's hope we hit our
Hey,
targets.
mind your tongue about Bodtalo.
We'll be facing Spectre drones soon. Erend and Katalo have fought them before, so
Already asked them to run us through some combat drills. Aaron moves like an oaf, but he's good with that hammer.
how's Erend doing?
For a moment there, he thought he'd lost both you and Varl. But he never truly succumbed to despair. Guess that Oseram's stubbornness comes in handy sometimes.
I need to get going.
Whatever you plan on doing against Regala, you better return to us in one piece.
I'll try.
Even in the Nora tribe, once a woman has a child and a grandchild, she becomes a matriarch. But since both Vala and Vala are dead, she won't be a matriarch even when the grandchild is born. Why not? Like, it would still be her grandchild.
Didn't think you'd be back so soon.
Tilda's the one who rescued me. Same one that spoke to Beta when none of the others would.
Did she say why she saved you?
She knew Elizabeth Sobek. Seems to think helping me is
The two
honorable.
generations have to be alive. That's really
She
sad.
was willing
I don't
to
think
share
she'd care much about the whole not being a
information
matriarch
with
thing, though.
the other Zeniths.
I think she'd care more about the fact that her children are dead.
Where I come from, the more valuable the knowledge shared, the higher the price extracted. I'd be careful if I were you, Aloy.
I gotta go. Don't stay cooped up in here for too long.
I'll try.
I don't know about you guys, but I feel like Alva's really out of place compared to the rest of the gang. Not to be confused with high matriarchs, which also have living great-grandchildren. Is that like the three women that fuck, what were their names? I don't remember their names. No, I've forgotten who what their names are now. Lansra is one of them.
Now to find a Sunwing.
Is Lansra a high matriarch? The trio is, yeah, they're high matriarchs. Okay, cool. Tirsa, nice, Lansra, naughty as a neutral. That's it.
Better head up the mountain.
Right, now for this game's worst kept secret. The fact that you can override and fly on flying machines. Oh, they're right here. I thought I'd have to go way higher than that.
Good. There are Sunwings up here. We'll have to approach them quietly.
Yeah, eat my ass, Tanakh.
This is it. I'm in the air. Tilda, I'm in the air.
Then you'll want to
Bite my glorious flying ass.
One of the ancient Horus Titans. But first you must send out a pulse to activate them. I've sent you the necessary software. To deploy it, you'll have to override one of the communication machines you refer to as Tallnecks.
The one in the middle that
There's
I
one
couldn't
in the
climb
middle
before.
of the desert that should do nicely.
On it.
Feels a bit like the flying machine from AC2. I kind of disagree strongly. Unless you mean like the fact that it was like it's not a surprise that you get to do this in this game. Because I don't think it was much of a shock that you get to use the flying machine in AC2. I mean, just that it's flying.
There's a Tallneck. Need to get on top of its head.
Meow. They gave me like no tutorial on this.
Now, how to land this thing.
It's just like, hey, figure it out. I'm landing on the Tallneck. Right, circle stops. Gotcha. How do I go downwards? Oh, that's the land button. Oh,
Made it.
okay.
Just gotta override it. Okay, Tilda. I've overridden the Tallneck.
Good. And the energy cells are now primed. Simply pick one up on a Horus. The nearest one should be northwest of your position. Dropping it on Regala's machine should produce quite a spectacle.
Thanks for the assist.
I told you, I want to help.
Tap left and right to get to the flying mount call and tap down to use the flying mount call. If you have an overridden flying mount, using the flying mount call will summon it to your current position. And I can like grapple hook onto it. Oh, it just picks me up. Okay. That's very cool. I feel like I'm pretty like locked into this quest. Yeah, everything else is on hold. This is the flying machine tutorial.
There's the energy cell. Right on the Titan's back. Got the cell. Now on to the grove. Pulse from the Tallneck should have reactivated all the energy cells in the region. I should be able to pick up more from any Horus I fly to. It'll be useful, even after I deal with Regala.
Is that like another map activity? I guess not. Just a feature for taking out like a group of machines, I would assume. right in on it. Fucking, they've got elephants. They better not kill her. They better not kill her.
Inside. Hikaru will soon be dead. It's all over, Chaplain.
I gotta drop it now. Here it goes.
Check it out, motherfuckers. I am the 10.
It's Aloy. She flies on the wings of the 10. The tide has turned. Push through!
It's not really much of a surprise that the chaplain's kicking ass.
End of the line, Hikaru. Now on your knees, and I'll give you the death you didn't have the spine to give me.
They're down! The machines! All of them! They're down!
What? How's that possible?
Regala!
Athena Grant!
Enough bloodshed! Let's settle this. You and me.
Easy to say when you're atop a machine.
You mean like you were when fucking Fashav was killed?
Well, that was just to get your attention. I don't need any help to take you down.
Fine. I accept your challenge. And
Regala's like, why do I hear
I'm
boss
done
music?
with you, I'll get to finish the slaughter.
She's
We'll
gonna
see
kick
about
my
that.
ass.
The duel is set. Let none interfere.
And the rebels are just gonna listen to that, huh? She's got a really big sword.
Just beginning.
Fair. I was kind of getting a bit greedy. How did she shoot that many arrows that fast?
Alright, so that's how it's gonna be.
That is left of your story.
Oh, okay. I have no cleanse potions. Cool.
You can't hide forever.
Oh, that is rude. Don't like that at all. Oh, stop fucking doing that, bitch. Don't like that. Christ. So Regala wins. Good luck with your plan to fight the Zeniths.
Alright, so that's how it's gonna be.
That sucks. That's just an awful move.
Your blade is blood
Explosive spike thrower is always the answer.
This is where it ends!
Yeah, it is.
I will carve my story into you!
Okay, that didn't do what it was intended to do. Okay, you can calm the fuck down now.
I have to reload.
No, no, not that weapon. That was entirely the wrong weapon. Christ. Very annoying.
Take the honor! Live on as a memory!
Stab her right in the pushy. What was that? Has she plasma charged her sword? Wow, I don't like you. Yeah, just give me a second to explode and then I'll fucking fight you.
I will tell all how tamely you gave your life!
Oh, for fuck's sake, I can't get any of these combos off.
Only strength can conquer!
Keep me in the fight.
You're no challenge! I once slew...
Boom. Jesus, this game is not made for that kind of fight.
Here I am again, on my knees before bullets and cowards. Go ahead, run me through.
Shut your mouth, traitor.
It was you who flew in on the wings of the Ten. You who challenged her. By our rights, you must decide her fate. I spared her once. It only made things worse. She was the best of my marshals. What a waste.
She's dangerous, all right. But maybe that's exactly what I need.
Cowards! What more do you have to conspire about?
Whether you live or die.
I'm not sure what the middle option is. If you spare her, you get extra dialogue with her. Well, yeah, I mean, if there's one thing I've learned from Nil in the first game, it's that fucking spare people.
You led a rebellion that tore a tribe apart.
And they're useful at the
all
end.
for bloodlust and revenge. Maybe the only thing you deserve is to die right here. Or maybe that fury can be directed at the real enemy.
You want to ally with her? How can you even trust her?
Despite all that she's done, she's never been one to break her word.
Will she give it? I won't beg for my life. Decide.
Also, Adrian, I mean this with absolutely no offense, but that might be the dumbest thing you've ever said. If you spare her, you get extra dialogue with her. You're not going to get extra dialogue with her if you kill her, Adrian. Because she'll be dead.
I'm not here to forgive you for your crimes. But there's another battle ahead. Against an enemy more powerful than anything you can imagine. And I need people. A squad. That's willing to do whatever it takes.
I don't want your mercy.
This isn't mercy.
It's not mercy.
I'm sending you to fight.
The battle I'm talking about will be charging into a nightmare.
A better death than this? Yes. My blood is yours. Your enemies are mine.
Meet us at our stronghold, in the mountains near Plainsong.
You mean to send her alone? Without even an armed guard?
She does not need it.
I will be there. You have my word.
I'll hold you to it.
There's also the theoretical possibility of you sparing her in the game, not giving you extra dialogue. Well, yeah, there is that.
There's something you both need to see. In the throne room.
But I kind of assumed that if we were sparing her, we'd send her to the base and probably be able to talk to her while she's there.
He surrendered to our guards outside the grove. Claims he has an urgent message for the Outlander who defeated Regala.
So, state it.
It's for her alone. From an interested party.
Silence.
I'm gonna need some privacy.
Clear the room. Put him with the rest of Regala's soldiers.
I'll see you back at base.
Try not to kill her while you're there. Also, to be fair, you could have been her armed guard if you were going to go back to base.
You saved the tribe. Let me help you with your mission.
No. With Regala gone, you have a chance to build the future you dreamed of. So get to your task.
Then at least allow me to give you this.
Weapon?
Armor for the battle
Yeah.
ahead. May it keep you safe.
Would have preferred a weapon.
Thank you.
I'm kind of good with the armor that I have. It's only very rare. Yeah, I have legendary, so...
Do you have any idea what you've just done?
Oh, it's a pleasure to see you too, Silence.
Congratulations on your victory. You saved the Tanakh for a few weeks. Unfortunately, you've doomed the entire planet as well.
Wrong. I don't need a Tanakh army to defeat the Zeniths.
I feel like that's uncharacteristically dumb of Silence to think that we're not going after the Zeniths.
More than you.
He's
hiding
talking like
whatever
we just
hole
did this
you
to stop a
found.
rebellion.
My idea is just better than anything you ever came up with.
Go on.
No, not here. We're doing this my way. Face to face, and with the weapon you've developed.
And why would I agree to that?
Because I'm your only way of beating the Zeniths, and getting the copy of Apollo that's on their ship. So meet me at my base. Mountains west of Plainsong. Time to submit to the inevitable silence and follow the person who actually knows what she's doing. Don't be late. Tilda, you there? I did it. Silence is on board, so head to my base.
Impressive. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Now that I can fly, I might want to see what else I can do before I head back.
I suppose it is kind of their dynamic, though, that Silence has just spent the whole fucking game and the last game just constantly underestimating Aloy. It's mixed gear in a very ugly colour. I guess we're seeing what we can do before we head back. So, that's a flying one. But where is it under camps? First Forge, yeah. Probably do that next. I might do Rain Traces actually first. I know it's like hugely over leveled and I'm to what I'm currently doing. But I feel like a quest called the Singularity seems very finale-esque. So we'll do Rain Trace West because it's the smallest little thing to do. And then everything else is sort of level 32. I'll get what I need for these overrides. I need to go and see Kereth as well. We'll do Rain Trace, see Kereth, then I'm going to do the First Forge. Just to sort of finish off all of the rebels. I've got that cauldron that I need to do as well. Maybe I'll do that at some point before I head back to the base. And then I've got these 3 missions to do as well. That is that really the best sharp shot bow I have for piercing? That is not great. Why yes, Burning Shores DLC even tells you need to finish Singularity before being able to start the DLC. That's why I remember it. I looked at Singularity and thought, that sounds really familiar. I'm sure that's the last quest. I think when we like started the game and it was like, you've got the Burning Shores DLC. It was like, but you need to complete Singularity quest or something like that. It sounds familiar. I know I've heard the quest Singularity before. So, yeah, we'll do everything else. I guess we can get up here now because this isn't blacked out and I can see what's up there. I imagine doing everything that I have to do is going to take me the rest of the stream, which is good because I'm going to then get all of the data points that I've missed off stream. So that I can get sort of the 100% on all of that. I've got all the quest and side quest ones, which is good to know. I'm missing a chunk of the world ones, which is everything sort of from here west, really. I have no idea where these audio data points are, but I will find them too. A couple of scanned glyphs. I don't know what RCC is. I think that's the base, isn't it? I don't know how to unlock the rest of these. And then all of this is going to be DLC stuff. In terms of collectibles, I assume the DLC... Oh no, the Vista Point is on the island. The ornament, however, I have no idea. Maybe DLC. Black boxes are done. Servo drones are done. And then these will be DLC as well. Those will all be DLC. I need to do all this as well, the machine catalogue. Find all of the fucking burrowers. Find a Apex Sentry Scrounger. Apex Bellowback, Glint Hawk, Shell Walker. Lots of Apex stuff, really. But that's it's not too bad. I think it's going to be reasonably easy for me to find them. Just go to their sites at night, and that will take me straight to them. I got most of them. Where's the... Oh fuck! I pressed all of the wrong buttons. What is it? Game progression. Oh, it doesn't tell me out of how many. It just says I've scanned 85 machines. So I'm not sure how many there are. I also need to get the legendary items. I've got one more pre-DLC arena thing to do, which I will do after all of the quests, but before I do Singularity. Then I've got... And that's probably going to get me all of that. Hopefully going to get me all of that legendary equipment. I'm assuming the rest come from quests. Maybe there's some chests that I've missed in places that I need to look for. I'll do that off stream. Yeah, this is weird because it gives you like 89.46%, but it doesn't tell you how many of each thing out of how many you've done. So it's a little bit of a pickle. I also need to defeat this Master Strike player. So I've got plenty to do before we finish up. Lots of people to talk to all of a sudden now too. Right, before I do anything, I'm going to take a short break. To be fair, I am only going to be streaming for another hour tonight. It will be an early finish again because I've been asked to open at work tomorrow, which is an earlier start for me in the morning. So I don't want to run too late. So yeah, I'm going to go for a break now anyway, grab a cup of tea and use the toilet and all that kind of thing, and then we'll go for another hour, knock out as much of the side content as we possibly can. And while I'm in free roam off stream at some point, I'll grab everything else. And then once we finish this game, as I said before, I will do Legacy of... Is it Legacy of Kain? Legend of Kain? Legacy of Kain. Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver 1. Then we'll do the DLC for this game. Then we'll do Soul Reaver 2. And then we'll do something else. I'm just not sure what yet. Maybe Control. Because I want to do Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake 1 was a very fun game for streaming. We had a lot of fun doing that first one, so I want to do the second one. And I know literally nothing about the second one. I looked at no promotional material. It just kind of breezed past me in its release, so it'll be fun. It'll be fun going into. Anyway, I will be back shortly. Have some tea or something. I'll see you guys soon. Onwards. Oh, conversations.
So, Aloy, you've added yet another deed to your name.
Flying on the wings
I'm
of the
guessing
fucking
by
10.
the look in your eyes that you're not done yet.
Not quite.
Is there anything we can do? We owe you that much.
After everything you've been through, you're one of the best people to support Hikaru's bid for peace. Not just between the clans, but with the Karja too.
Then I will. You have my word.
And until my last breath, I'll make sure the tribe remembers all that you've done for us.
You up for a game of strike later? To fly on the wings of the 10.
Already did.
You are grateful, Aloy.
Oh, quite an entrance, Aloy.
Well, good thing I have
Ateka, I figured I'd see you here.
Of course. The Lowland clan fought for our own today. And like the day Hikaru conquered the Grove, we stand victorious. I see the same look in his eyes as I did then. Hope restored. His vision for us endures.
He'll need your continued support, I'm sure.
And he will always have it. Thank you for everything, Aloy.
It was a weird hand motion just to say Aloy's name.
Word from the north is that the Outlander and Marshal Patalo brought on the Green
Flame
Oh,
of the
Yara,
desert
hi.
now flies on the wings of the 10. Will wonders never cease? I thought you wanted to stay neutral.
In the end, I decided that if you thought Hikaru was worth fighting for, then that was good enough for me.
I'm honored.
The honor is mine.
Could you imagine bringing down one of those tremor tusks the rebels
I hope you know what you're doing. Sparing Regala caused this mess to begin with.
Don't fucking question me.
And so the Wings of the 10 found us when things were at their direst.
I'm not some legend come to life, Chitaka.
That may be, but we will always be in your debt.
Ridiculous. Aloy, I was hoping I'd find you after the battle.
I've already spoken to you.
The chaplains will preach of this battle for as long as the tribe lives.
From Wallbreaker,
Okay, nothing else.
of the 10.
The visions. There's the Nora warrior everyone's talking about.
Yep, that's her.
Whoop. Also, I forgot to make this joke when we overrode it, but we fly now. How do I get off? Is it just square? Yes, it is. I see you. Okay, there's a stalker.
Could get a stalk on my side if I get enough parts to fix its override.
That's the goal. One. Oh, hello. What that shot was. did the others drop there? Stealth generators, I think. That's just a stalker. Dark gun. It's a dead stalker. That's a stealth generator there. Cool. Right. Oh, look at that. The other one was Shell Snapper, wasn't it? There's none anywhere near here. I think the nearest one is in the desert. We live in a fucking desert. Nothing grows here.
Flying through rain. Worse, I guess.
I noticed earlier, and by earlier I mean basically right before I started streaming, I don't think you'll be able to see it on camera, but I have a cut, or a scratch, here, from my barbed wire brawl. And I'm sort of retrospectively like, huh! Like if it was an inch further to my right, I would have gotten scratched in the fucking eye. What a creepy thought. I don't remember it happening in the match. I don't remember any moment where I got scratched on the eye, or next to the eye, but it was probably when I got put through the barbed wire board. Fucking initiating combat drop.
Going down.
I probably could have just dropped on top of the outpost leader and killed him. I've been spotted.
Found her.
You're with me.
I'm with you.
Hey, Phineas Gage survived an iron rod going straight through his skull and brain. I'm not Phineas Gage. And I wouldn't sort of immediately think death, I would just think loss of sight in one eye. I'm invisible, why am I hiding?
Judging by that armor, I think I know who's in charge.
Also, 10 years after the accident, he got seizures and died anyway. That's rough, buddy. turned around. Why would you do that?
No, she's good.
Yeah, she is. Poof.
Think you can run?
Yes.
Think you can hide from me? Give me something. She's making us look like fools. Not doing too good either. I might go easy on you if you come out now.
Spin. Stab. Oh, you saw me, huh? Problem solved.
To keep me going.
Yes. I think I'm very safe in the grass. The way the Claw Strider was like, huh. She's fucking dead.
Looks like the rebels are digging up Deathbringers.
Who's there?
Oh, I was hoping I'd be close enough to death from above him.
I wonder if this one's got some of those tentacles.
Sufficient.
I should check if there's anything with a lock around here.
Where the hell is this chest?
A locked chest.
here.
And I found a key.
Alright, well that's done. Let's fly all the way over here and see Karif. Both my sharp shot bows are only rare. Some stop and do on the way. Hi. I'm surprised there's not more of a use for Thunderjaw tails.
Better head down.
I wasn't heading up, it was sort of going up automatically. Maybe holding X kind of makes you drift upwards slightly. But I feel like I also move faster if I'm holding X. Initiating combat drop. I don't have a lot of blast pace, that's not good. This. Where are you? That's the shot snapper there, I think. Will I damage it if I do this? Nope. Hey. Wake up. Is this not? It's this one, isn't it? Nope.
Save these for when I need it.
Where's the fucking shell sniper? Usually it's in the ground. I feel like I can hear it groaning. Is it just not here? Did it just not spawn? I guess it just didn't spawn. There's one there I could go to. Since this one's just not here, I guess. Hi, down there. Oh, R2 lands. Right, R1 to hover up, R2 to hover down. Cool. I feel like the game could have sort of informed me of this. Other enemies around here. Spike snouts. I don't really want spike snouts to be involved. There's fucking loads of machines around here. Why is this a shell snapper site and not fucking spike snout site? That's a really difficult sentence to say. You look Apex. I can't kill you in one hit. I didn't change my skill around and think about it. Are they all Apex? Fucking hell. Half of his health as well. Oh, there's the shell snapper. It's also Apex. Don't really have much of a choice though. Hello, big fella. Interesting enough, you are why I am here. A bit early on that. Come out, come out. Oh, you're gonna come up right on top of me. Hello. He just fucking popped up. Oh. That's what we're looking for. I don't think that actually worked. Going down again. That was a hell of a jump. Okay. Fully charged thing gone now. Have I ever mentioned how much I hate fighting shot snappers? Mainly because of all the shit they put in the way. I would have much preferred to have fought for that one in the desert, where there would have been nothing in my way. Goodbye, arrow. Oh, hello. He doesn't want to let go of that one in the back. Just can't move sometimes when fighting shell snappers. Are you for real? Come on, hurry up. Nope, it's gone because you took 1,000 years to reload. I think that was all of them. Oh, that was new. Okay, I slowly slid towards it somehow. Oh, that was a lot of damage, and I missed the thing. I can't move.
I'm not giving up.
There we go. You. So much shit in my way. Fuck off. Oh, after all that. I've ever mentioned how much I hate fighting spike snouts. Not spike snouts, shell snappers. I'm not fucking fighting that specific one again. I'm gonna fast travel back down here. See if this one will spawn this time. Because that was fucking annoying. My phone is dying. Why have I got no potions? Well, it spawned this time. Where are you? Wake up. Wake up. There, found it.
Make use of that weapon.
Tear blast his head.
I need this.
Has it gone under again? Okay, that gun is useless. That's it. All I see is frost. Why are we still reloading? Holy shit. Hello, where's the shell snow? There we are. Go on the ground. Nope. It did at this point. I don't even know where that arrow hit. Oh, I hate that when it's going underground you can't knock anything off. I also hate this attack. It just takes time. And bullshit like that. that zoom in was a bit far. Screen. Did you keep sliding when I fucking hit the slide button? Holy crap. Can you not slide with a sharp shot though? That is absurd. Weird that I got to keep the shells, the bolts that I got before. No idea what that was for a minute. Stop putting the fucking weapon away, doofus. I don't think I hit where I wanted to hit with that. No, absolutely not. Let's not get killed by that. Are you serious with the range? Last time I had to fight one of those, because they are awful. I genuinely don't care about any other upgrades I might get. I really don't. I just don't want to fight one of those again. Trying to find all the goddamn bolts as well is extra irritating. Like, it's great that you get about 6 if you knock them all off. But they tend to go, like, flying as well. Sometimes you knock them off and they shoot off into the fucking ether. I think that's all of them. I didn't keep count. Right. Fuck this. Fuck this. I'm still in my Valor Surge. Hi guys. Is this going to be very rare armor as well?
I gotta say, these are some good pieces. Each set has great parts, but overall, none of them scream best in the West, you know? But not to worry, I might be able to pull in some favors. Sell these sets instead.
What about the prize?
Well, no one really brought what I asked for. So I'll just keep that and get going.
Wow.
What?
You've got to be kidding me!
This is unacceptable.
After all the work we did?
Not so fast, Karif. You said each set had great parts. So make a set that combines them.
She's right. It'd make the perfect defense against the Forbidden West.
A creative and communal endeavor. I approve.
And since everyone came up with part of it, they should all get the shards you promised.
And I take it I get the armor.
Then just forge the armor, give it to me, and I'll take it back east.
And let you walk away with our best work? No. Let the Savior of Meridian have it. She'll test it out properly.
Best armor in the Forbidden West. Tested by the Savior of Meridian herself. Not a bad selling point. Okay, you all got yourselves a deal. I'll go get things ready with my business contacts then.
You do that.
Don't go anywhere. This won't take long.
This armor ought to be worthy of the greatest hunter in the Forbidden West.
Thank you. So, what now?
That little spot we found in the desert kinda grew on me. Wouldn't mind sticking around. There's still plenty of salvage to be done out here.
Looks like we're all staying in the West.
I guess I'll be seeing you around then. Thanks again for the armor. You all put a lot into it.
Using those behemoth parts for the armor. Would have never thought of that.
It paired up nicely with your rollerback salvage. Can't believe you actually hunted one down.
I hunted one down. It doesn't look awful, I suppose. It's warrior armor, so it can replace that. Sort of looks like an upgraded version of that, really. Considering how much work it took to get it, I kind of expected it to be like the best armor in the game, like mixed armor. But what can you do, I suppose? Let me get rid of the marker. Is it still there to come here? No, it's come up as complete. Fabulous. I think next I was just going to sort of start doing these, really. Or maybe I should just do that cauldron there and hit that on the way. Let's first forge. Let me fast travel to where we sort of finished the last quest. I don't really want to fly all of the way. I mean, I'm going to end the stream here anyway, because I don't want to get into anything where I have work early tomorrow. And then next time we'll go and do Cauldron or the Kappa. Alright, yeah, so that's where I'm going to end for today. I know it's early again, but I have to open at work again tomorrow. I think Sam's still got her personal stuff going on, which is fine. It's not a problem. I will endeavour to go live tomorrow. I just, you know, I make no guarantees as usual. Maybe I'll probably play Star Wars so that I can give myself time to grab data points on this game before we sort of really finish up. And I think doing all of the side quests, the cauldron, and all of the like the arena and all other side activities we have to do to clear up before we finish the game, that will probably take, I imagine, an entire stream on its own, and then we'll have like the finish the game stream, and then we'll start the next thing. So yeah, Star Wars tomorrow. Then penultimate Forbidden West stream, probably next weekend. Thank you guys for hanging out. It's been fun. I hope you've enjoyed. And if you're watching on YouTube, then hi. I will see you all again in the next one. Have a wonderful evening. Take care of yourselves. And good night.